Hello, friend. This is Marshall Zan 2 Cent coming at you again with some more fabulous fragrances that I will be presenting to you today. It's 4 fragrances that in total that I will be presenting, and they are from the house of Armaf. So the fragrances I'll be going over, we have Milestone. We also have Club de Unite, Intense Man. Also we have Hunter, and also we have Oros. These fragrances I'll be going over today. So before I get into this review, I'd like to ask you to click like and subscribe to the channel down below as I strive to bring you more creative content about these fabulous fragrances out here impacting our daily lives. And also, this fragrance, this channel is for you individuals who physically can't put their nose to a fragrance but like to have a good idea or description of what these fragrances actually smell like. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So friends, the first fragrance I'm speaking about from the house of Armaf is Club de Unite, Intense Man. Uh, Well-known fragrance in the community. I think everyone has pretty much heard about this fragrance. But yeah, I think it's a very enjoyable fragrance itself. So this is the EDT version um, of the fragrance, and so getting into the opening is a citrus opening. It's in the opening we have the lemon, we have blackcurrant, we also have pineapple, we have bergamot, we have also apple in the opening of this fragrance. And I must say that the opening is, in my opinion, is a bit harsh. People have compared it to pine saw, things of that nature. So the opening is a bit harsh, uh, I must say. And I must say the EDP version, which I also have, is a smoother opening than the EDT. But nonetheless, they turn out to be beautiful scents because the drawdown is what we like about it the most. Or what I like about it the most. And so, but get after that, when the transitioning, which we really love, the transitioning into the in the middle notes or the hard notes, where we have the birch, the jasmine, and the rose, and that birch in this particular fragrance, that smoky woodiness, that smoky smell that actually have that lingers, as some man, it just does wonders in this particular fragrance itself. And then once we get into the drawdown, what's the drawdown everyone loves and waits for, and what we have, um, which we have patchouli, musk, vanilla, and ambergris. And man, the drawdown is beautiful. I mean, I don't know what it is about this fragrance, about the drawdown, man. People did love the fragrance itself, men and women. I have got plenty of compliments for this fragrance, and man, it just what it is. Now, what I like about it also as well, if you know anything about that musk, musk. This something about musk, man. Musk has that drawing power that it does. It just like kind of draws an individual in. Or it has that noticeability power, to make someone aware. So, but it does that in this particular fragrance just as well. So, but yeah, man. That leads me into the projection, the projection and the longevity. So the longevity is very awesome in this fragrance. 8 to 10 hours easily with this fragrance here. Even with the EDT version, it may last. The projection is very awesome with this fragrance. It projects very well. So, be easily on the trigger if you had this fragrance. And if you had this fragrance, you already know that. I mean, you don't need to spray too much with this fragrance. And the silage in this fragrance is very awesome as well. It does leave a lingering trail. And man, it's very noticeable. I know there've been times my brother had worn that fragrance, and then the fragrance when you smell it as well. But he can be in a spot and go on about his business, wherever he's doing, and you can come in that spot, man. You can still smell that. You still smell the fragrance with this where it was. It lingers, man. It really does linger. So, and the versatility with this fragrance, so like who can wear this fragrance, but like uh, teenagers, 20s, 30s, 40s. I mean, I think everyone can pretty much enjoy this fragrance itself. Uh, and then, where you wear this fragrance? I think it's very versatile in that aspect as well. Now, but I wouldn't wear this fragrance in the. Man, you can pull it off in a formal setting like as a wedding. You can pull it off. But to me, it's more of a. You can definitely pull it off in the office, daytime wear, date nights. grab and go fragrance, running errands. I mean, it's that type of fragrance. It's very versatile in that sense. So, but and then to me, I think this fragrance performs better in the cooler months. I like wearing it in the cooler months, fall, winter, spring. Um, I think it does its job. I don't wear this fragrance too much in the summer. I have worn it in the summer, in the hotter months, but I like it more in the cooler months. I think it does awesome in the cooler months. That's my opinion. You can definitely tell me about yours. But that's all I have for Club the Unique Intense Man from the House of Marf. Um, yeah, on to the next. So, friends, the next fragrance I have up is Hunter Intense from the House of Marf. And yeah, pretty, odd bottle itself. No, we got the straps on here, man. A little leather strap on it, say Hunter. But this is a EDP version itself. And man, this fragrance here, to get into the opening, we do have a citrus opening with this particular fragrance. It has the grapefruit, bergamot, and also lemon. You definitely get that in the opening. Um, then we was in transitioning. We get the Lang Lang, also geranium. We also get lavender, uh, cardium, tuberose, and what's the other one? Black pepper. And then when it's transitioning to the drawdown, where we get the patchouli, cedarwood, musk, ladium, and velveter. I must say this fragrance here reminds me of Sauvage and Invictus. Now, one be like, man, how they go together? I don't know, but it has, to me, has Invictus DNA, and it also has Sauvage DNA with like the pepper in here. I guess the black pepper from, and also the spice in that particular fragrance. But it's a beautiful fragrance as well, man. It's very modern, like a modern scent as well. Um, man, this it's a to me it's a good fragrance. It's an easy to grab and go fragrance. Like you can just grab and go with this fragrance here, spray it on. You don't have to be worrying about does it smell bad or anything of that nature. I mean, but it's a good fragrance for what it is, and the price point on this fragrance. So, but yeah, so you definitely get so overall, you definitely get the opening with the citrus, transitioning into, like, to me it gets more of a sweet, playful, almost like bubble gum in a sense, but just that sweetness of it, not like bubble gum, like actually, but the sweetness of bubble gum, a playful scent, and it's like a playful scent for me with that little bit of spice or uh, that peppery in it from the black pepper. And I guess I want to ask also that the cardium also, it's a spice as well, but it has, like, to me, cardium is like a citrus spice. So that add as well to the particular the fragrance itself. But man, beautiful fragrance in my opinion. And definitely in the drawdown, man, it's a very easy, crowd pleasing fragrance and mass appealing, that can be easily worn anywhere. So, but that leads me into the projection of this fragrance itself. So the projection, I mean, the longevity. The longevity is, to me, um, it doesn't last long as on my skin. Maybe some, but I would say 5 to 7 hours with this fragrance here. Um, but for what it's worth, it lasts pretty good. Well, a good little while. The projection as well is moderate, and also the sea lodge is moderate. Um, and then the versatility where you can wear this fragrance, you can definitely wear it in the office. You can wear it on the go. Um, I wouldn't probably wear this fragrance on a date or in a formal setting, um, but it is a good daytime fragrance that you can definitely wear, and it has a modern smell as well to this fragrance itself. Now, who would probably wear this fragrance? I think this is probably for the younger crowd as well. Teens, 20s, early 30s, things of that nature. You probably want to find this on a older gentleman, meaning, like, 40s and 50s. You probably want find wearing this fragrance here. But to me, this fragrance here is definitely a good fragrance to wear, like, like t-shirt and jeans, white t-shirt and jeans with the shades, things of that nature, Uh, so, and also that gets me into like the time of the season to actually wear this fragrance. I think it performs well in the spring and the summer as well. Uh, you could possibly pull this off in the fall, but I probably won't wear this fragrance in the cold months. Um, I think it performs better like in the hotter months, late spring, early and summertime, and maybe early fall at that. But that's what I have. Hunter Intense by the House of Armaf. So, friends, the next fragrance I have coming up for you is Oros. And I actually got this fragrance for my birthday. And it's a very enjoyable wearing fragrance, pretty detailed, flask. Like the little crystals that they got going on in here, they try to pull it up. And what's funny is I can't really find this fragrance too many places, like with the discounters, a discounter fragrance like Fragrance X, they sold out. Couldn't find it on Fragrance Net. Couldn't actually follow one on the site. Didn't have it either, so I don't know if it discontinued or not. But I have seen it on Amazon, things of that nature, for like I think like around $90. But I'll get into that later. But anyway, this fragrance here, getting into the opening of this fragrance, it also has a citrus opening as well. And so it has citrus and pink pepper. I tried to find out some more notes about this in the opening, but everywhere I went, they were short with the notes. So citrus, I don't know exactly what citrus essential oils are actually in this one, but it does have that citrus pink pepper opening. And then we transition into the jasmine and spices, which is in the heart notes. You definitely get a sort of floral facet with this notes with the jasmine. Uh, you know what, man? I've been coming to love jasmine. But anyway, moving along, and then transitioning to the dry notes. Well, I shouldn't say dry notes, dry down, or the base notes. We have patchouli, gaiac wood, and also sandalwood, giving it a very smooth finish, which it actually does. So, but this fragrance actually reminds me of Invictus. Uh, you would say Hunter, and this one smells similar, but Hunter has the pepper, while this is more smoother, giving you the Invictus vibe, or the kind of. So if you smell Invictus, you probably like this fragrance as well. If you like Invictus, you'll probably like this fragrance as well. It has a sweet, playful scent, very smooth, and you can tell that with the drawdown. The patchouli, the gaiac wood, and the sandalwood. They're very smooth, earthly resin, but very smooth around the edges fragrance, and that's what it is. Man, very modern scent. They can be mask appealing as well. You just you won't find too many people turning their nose up smelling this scent, man. It's a very beautiful. To me, it's a beautiful scent as well. Well put together scent. But yeah, Oros actually lasts pretty good while. The longevity on this fragrance is about 6 to 8 hours. What I get on my skin, and even longer on the clothes. The projection is moderate. You don't get you get a nice projection, but it's not overly barren. And also going into the silage. The silage here is also as moderate as well. You do leave a nice central around, but that lasts probably about 2 or 3 hours after you spray it. Things of nature. But after that, people in your close proximity can definitely still smell it on you. It lasts a good while. I must say that. Now, where can you wear this fragrance at? I would definitely say daytime wear. Could it be worn at night? I think it's more of a daytime fragrance for me personally. So it's probably a fragrance I won't be wearing during a date. But it'd be a fragrance I'd be wearing throughout the day. Office wear. Office wear is easily can be done. Easily grab to go fragrance as well. You just grab and go. You don't have to worry about if it's gonna smell good on you or not. It's gonna definitely do that as well. And to me, I think this fragrance, the seasons to wear this fragrance as well. I like it in the hotter months as well, spring, summer, maybe and early fall. But cooler months like late fall, winter, probably won't be rocking this fragrance. But I can definitely. I know I'm in Texas, so I can definitely pull it off if I wanted to because it don't get as cold out here in Texas. You know, Texas has its own weather system. Man, I'm telling you, in Texas, man, you can get all 4 seasons in one day if you want. But yeah, uh, that's when I would wear the fragrance. Now, this fragrance also as well used. We probably find this fragrance on teenagers, moderate, mid in the 20s, mid 30s. You probably want to have a older gentleman wearing this fragrance because this is the modern appeal that it actually has on the fragrance itself. Kind of playful fragrance, um, but that can be loved as just as well. Now, uh, the fragrance, you find this fragrance for like $90, and would someone pay $90 for the fragrance? Man, it's totally up to the individual. Um, because you don't find this fragrance too much anymore, and if you do find it, make sure they are authentic as well, So, but yeah, but it is a nice fragrance, though. I mean, you just can't deny that it's not a nice fragrance. It's a very nice fragrance. But yeah, that's what I have for Oros, from the house of Armaf, and I must say, it is a EDP concentration as well. EDP concentration. So yeah, so next one. So friends, dang, I can get this right. This is a Milestone Club, the Unique Milestone. Uh, this fragrance is very interesting fragrance, I must say. But it's a nice fragrance as well. The opening in this fragrance, you get the C notes, and also you get rare fruits and bergamot. So you definitely get that salty. To me, the opening smells like a salted watermelon. Uh, and that's the probably best way I could put it. Salted fruit, uh, but very pleasant though. Very, it's but anyway, summertime fragrance, man. It smells like summertime straight out the gate. But going into the middle notes, we have violet, white woods, and sandalwood. Now I try to look up to see what actually white woods are. Um, didn't get really far with that particular notes. Um, but definitely, the sandalwood, that smoothness of the sandalwood, man, you definitely you get that in this fragrance as well. Then going into the drawdown, we have the hard notes. I mean, not the hard. I'm sorry. The base notes, we have musk, amber broxin, and velveter. Uh, and you definitely get that in the drawdown. The musk, the amber broxin, and the velveter. You can definitely pick those scents up. So the overall, what you definitely get from this scent, this fragrance itself, is a salty watermelon fragrance. Um, with some floral, you definitely get floral notes in here with the musk. Musk with the velvet, musk woodsy type of vibe in this fragrance itself. Uh, to me, it's a very beautiful fragrance. I mean, I like this fragrance, but it's definitely a summertime fragrance. It's a fragrance I won't be wearing in the winter or the fall. You can pull it off in the late spring as well. But yeah, nice scent, man. Very nice scent. This scent reminds me of like going on the beach with your shirt open, showing your chest hairs or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or chilling on the beach. You know what I mean? The margarita in your hand, man. It was this phrase. This spells summertime to me. Uh, but essentially, but getting into the projection of this particular fragrance, the projection on this fragrance, it lasts 6 to 8 hours plus with this fragrance. It lasts a good while. The projection on this fragrance as well is very good, and you get a nice scent bubbly around you with this fragrance. Definitely in the first 2 3 hours, and also the sea lodge. The sea lodge is fragrance as well. Is very nice. You definitely leave a good scent trail around you. I mean, you be walking around smelling like summertime with this fragrance. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. So, and then the versatility with this, the wearability, where you should wear this fragrance. I think it's a very daytime scent. I wouldn't wear it in the evening for dates and things of that nature. I think it's a daytime scent. Um, could you pull off in the office? I probably wouldn't wear it in the office neither. I think it's a scent that's kind of unique in a way that when you should wear it. man. But you know, daytime running around, running errands, things of that nature. You know, on the beach. You know, man, it's to me, just one of them type of fragrances is what it is. Now, who you probably be see wearing this fragrances also as well as teenagers, uh, you know, 20s and 30s, and possibly in 40s with this fragrance. You know, you probably want to find someone in their 50s and 60s wearing this fragrance here. You know, well, that's about it. What I have about this fragrance here itself, you know. So, but overall, nice scent, lasts, projects, and it's a nice scent, man. People, it's not a scent that people will turn their nose up. It's a nice, beautiful scent. So, but that's all I have for Milestone from Club the Unique Milestone from the House of Armaf. So there you go, friends. That's all I have for those particular fragrances. Again, I went over Club de Unit, Intense Man. Also, I went over Hunter Intense. Also, Oros. And then we have Milestone. All these from the House of Marth. I must say that the fragrance I like the most, if I had to rank them in order, will be Club de Unit. Intense Man is probably my first one. You know, actually, I couldn't rank these fragrances, man, because they all, you can wear them all at different times. So Uh, they are, to me, they are good fragrances. Oh, I forgot to go into detail about how much y'all pay for the actual milestone. Milestone, you can got it for $50, and there's also an EDP concentration as well. Forgot to put that in there, so I want to throw that in there. But they overall, I think they are beautiful fragrances. What they're trying to capture. You know, we all know about moth or some of these fragrances that have DNA of other fragrances out there. There's no need for me to go into a description or explain any further about what actual fragrances these are. But as always, you know, if you have any of these fragrances and you're having some experience with these fragrances or maybe even borderline by getting these fragrances, definitely comment down below. I'd like to hear from you. And if I didn't answer any questions that might have came up during the review, definitely comment down below. I'd be happy to answer your questions as well. But yeah, that's all I have for these particular fragrances. And also, if you happen to put your nose to these fragrances, make sure you get them from a gentle source. There's people out there that've been scamming people, man. It's crazy out here these days. I've been getting into the crypto space. Well, I've been in the crypto space in a while, but it's crazy, how we trying to, dealing with like I'm dealing with NFTs at the moment, and you're in Discord, man. You get these direct messages from people who's trying to get you to link their wallet to a scam they're trying to pull, man. It's crazy how people try to scam you to get money. Man, it's been going on for a while before crypto, before perfume, colognes, things of that nature, but it's just the greed that people have, man, trying to get over other people for money or whatever the case might be, man. So just be always on the watch and an awareness of what you're purchasing and what you're getting yourself into. But that's all I have. Marshall was in 2 cent out. As always, love, peace, and prosperity. May it be on your pathway. Until next time, peace.